Many men believe they lack willpower. They feel disciplined in other areas of life, yet struggle when it comes to fat loss, eating control, or consistency. Effort increases, but results remain unstable. This experience is not a personal failure. By this point in the series, you've seen how metabolic flexibility declines, how frequent eating reinforces dependence, how hunger signals become unreliable, and why two men can follow the same plan with very different outcomes. Willpower sits downstream of regulation. In a regulated system, effort works efficiently. Hunger rises and falls predictably. Energy remains available. Decisions feel manageable. In a dysregulated system, effort becomes expensive. Hunger appears louder and more urgent. Fatigue reduces tolerance. Small disruptions feel overwhelming. Control requires constant attention. This changes how willpower feels. Instead of supporting behavior, regulation works against it. The brain receives signals that demand immediate action. Delaying intake feels stressful rather than neutral. This is not weakness, it is physiology. When insulin signaling remains elevated and energy access is restricted, the body prioritizes stability over restraint. Eating restores balance quickly. Resisting intake feels costly. The system is not designed to fight itself. This is why willpower often works temporarily, then collapses. Control can be maintained for short periods, but it requires sustained cognitive effort. Over time, fatigue accumulates. Signals intensify. Rebound becomes likely. This pattern explains why many men experience cycles of strict control followed by loss of control, even when motivation is high. Another layer often goes unnoticed. When effort repeatedly fails, confidence erodes. Each attempt feels heavier than the last. Anticipation of failure increases stress before effort even begins. This anticipation further amplifies regulatory strain. The loop tightens. Effort increases stress. Stress amplifies signaling. Signaling undermines control. The system becomes locked in opposition to intention. The issue is not commitment. It is regulatory mismatch. Importantly, this does not affect everyone equally. Some men retain enough buffering capacity that effort feels manageable. Others experience rapid depletion of control under the same conditions. This difference is not visible from the outside. It reflects underlying regulation. Understanding this reframes self-judgment. When regulation is off, willpower is asked to compensate for physiological strain. That compensation is unsustainable. This is why trying harder often backfires. More control increases stress. Stress amplifies signaling. Signaling undermines control. Recognizing this loop changes the question. The question is no longer, why can't I stick to it? The question becomes, why does my system require so much effort to function? This shift creates clarity. It moves the focus away from moral failure and toward interpretation, toward understanding how signals shape behavior before choice even enters the picture. In the next video, I will explain why progress often feels fragile and why even small disruptions can undo weeks of effort when buffering capacity is low. On this channel, I explain metabolism using medical science. This video is for educational purposes only. This is not medical advice. Always consult your physician.